Hi, my name is John Vincent Garcia, and I am an applicant for a Teacher 1 position for senior high school. Now, a quick overview of my lesson plan. The plan is that after the discussion, students must be able to describe and identify the different figures of speech. They should be able to explain their views and opinions about a poem through answering comprehension questions. And lastly, they should be able to write their own examples of the different figures of speech. I will be including a PDF file and a PDF copy of this lesson plan along with my teaching demo video. Thank you. Okay, class, stand up, let us pray. Andrew, you lead the prayer. Okay, so how are you this morning, class? All right, that's good to hear. That's good to know. Now, before we start, I want you to fix your chairs. Arrange your chairs, and I only want to see your handouts and your notes for literature. Okay, very good. Now, who can give me a short recap of what we did last meeting? Anyone? Red. Okay, very good. So yes, last meeting we talked about the different or the two types of literature, prose and poetry. Now for today, we will be talking about the specific element of poetry, which is figure of speech. Now, I want you to check your handouts. Okay, on the second page, you can see there an activity that says decode me. Okay, can you read the directions, please? All right, good. Oh, by the way, guys, I want to remind you of my house rules. Okay, respect begets respect. So when someone is talking, you listen. And when you want to ask a question, you raise your hand, and I will answer you, okay? Am I clear? Very good. All right, so going back. Now, can you read the directions on the activity? Okay, very good, thank you. Now again, all you have to do is arrange or decode the sentence that I gave you. The first group will be the winner. The first one will finish the activity, okay? Oh, can you count starting from my right? All right, very good. So, who doesn't have a group? Okay, wonderful. So now, group 1, group 2, group 3. All right, so read the directions aloud, please. All right, so going back, all you have to do is decode the sentence that I gave you, and the first group who will finish is the winner. I will be giving 5 points for the winner. Timer starts now. All right, time's up. Papers up, please. Papers up, papers up. Wow, I think most of you or all of you got the correct answer. But fortunately for the third group, they got first. So 5 points goes to group 3. Guys, you write down or you list your members on a sheet of paper because after the class, I will be recording your scores. 5 points for you guys. All right? Okay. Now, if you look at the blackboard, I have here some words that are scrambled letters. Now, arrange them to form the correct words. Okay? You can answer the first one. Josh. Very good. So, the answer is personification. It is giving life to inanimate objects. Very good. What about the second one? Yes, Leslie. Alright, so it's metaphor, comparing two different things without using as or like. And the third one, gray. Alright. Okay, who can help Gray here? Yes, John. Very good. So a statement greatly exaggerated. It uses an exaggeration. It's called hyperbole. Very good. And what about the last one, Mike? Alright, so it's imagery. Very good. Good job. Now, these words here are examples of, or they are basically the different figures of speech. For today, we'll only discuss 4. And to further understand the use of these figures of speech, read the poem on your handouts. If you open on the 3rd page, you can see there the poem. Can you read, everyone? Alright, very good. So, what is the title of the poem? Claire? Alright, so it's The Dawn's Awakening. Who wrote the poem? Yes, Jason. Jason, right? Very good. So, Otto Leland Bohannon, that's the writer of the poem. Otto Leland Bohannon is an African-American poet. Very good. Now, what is the poem about, Gray? Okay, thank you. You have the idea. Who has a different answer? Yes? Alright, very good, Steve. So basically, the poem talks about the beauty of sunrise, the beauty of the sunrise in the early morning. Very simple, right? But if you notice the words being used, it's quite different from what the author is really trying to say. It does not use words that would give you the direct meaning, right? So, let's try to look for examples of these figures of speech in the poem. If you check on the 4th page of your handout, you can see there lines extracted from the poem. Can you read the first line, please? John? Alright, very good. So in that line, how is dawn used? Exactly. So dawn is given the human trait of waking up. Now, what figure of speech is being used in that particular line? Very good. So that's personification. Anything, any inanimate objects that's given human traits or human characteristic is personification. What about the 3rd one, blue? Can you read, please? I mean the second line. Alright, very good. Now in that particular line, how is it being used? Exactly. It is used as a figure of speech, but what type of figure of speech, or how does it function in the poem? Very good. So it uses dawn as an exaggeration to make a point. Very good. Now, what about the 3rd line, Claire? Can you read, please? Alright, good. Now, as you were reading that line, what sense can you use? Which of the 5 senses are you using? Very good. It's using the sense of smell, right? As it says, with the mingled fragrance of the trees. When you say fragrance, it appeals to our sense of smell. So, with that being said, what particular figure of speech is being used? Exactly. It's using imagery. Now in the poem, who can give another example of imagery? Jason. Alright, very good. What particular sense is being used in that line? Okay, so good. I think you're having the idea of imagery, right? So anything that appeals to your senses and being put into words, that's imagery. Alright, so far, are you following me? Very good. Now, can you read the last line, please, Gray? Very good. So, the torch of gold is born. What what does gold represent in that line? Okay, it represents the sun in a torch. Very good. Now, since gold is being compared to the sun, which are two completely different objects, what figure of speech is being used? Simile? Alright, very good. It's metaphor. It's comparing two different things without the use of as or like. Alright, so guys, I want you to read the definition of figures of speech. You following me so far? Very good. Are we on the same page here? Alright, wonderful. Can you please read the definition of figures of speech? Okay, thank you. Now, from the definition, why is it important to use the different figures of speech? Joshua. Alright, very good. To give life to a poem. Another one. Yes, Jonah. Okay, exactly. So that's to avoid using normal language or normal words. Since you're writing poetry, as much as possible, let's try avoiding writing something plain or something normal. Now, using figures of speech will help you do that, okay? So we're not only limited with these 4 figures of speech. I have here a table on the list of the commonly used figures of speech. So can you read, please? Alright, good job. So, among these figures of speech here, these 4 are the commonly used, along with simile, along with antithesis, irony. Those are just some of the few. Okay? Now, do you have any questions on the figures of speech that we just discussed? Alright, that's so far. So let's have a quick activity. I want you guys, this is an individual exercise, okay? I want you guys to write an example on each one of them. Just a 4. Personification, metaphor, hyperbole, and imagery. I'll be giving you 20 minutes, okay? Timer starts now. Alright, time's up. Papers up, please. Okay, I want you guys to exchange with your seatmate. Alright. Okay, so if you think that it's following the rules of how to make this or how to use these figures of speech, you check it, okay? This is a practice for you guys. Use your common sense. Okay. Now, I want you to submit those papers. I will be recording that after the class. Alright? Okay. So, now, since we don't have much time, I want you to write your homework. In a sheet of paper, write your reflection on the poem, The Dawn's Awakening. And after that, you look for the meaning of the remaining figures of speech. This next meeting, we will continue our discussion on these figures of speech. And we will have another activity, okay? Alright, so tidy up, pick up the pieces of paper, and stand up for the prayer. Alright, bye class, see you next meeting.